right, 8:29 at KISS FM. That's Capital Cities. Big Poppa in the morning. Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Jeff Matthews says mostly sunny, breezy, and cooler. High of 62 right now. We are at 48 degrees. Last night, a big sexy Shawn Smith from right here in Utica made Team Cee Lo on the. I think it's hysterical. I'm glad that that happened. Yeah. That phone call happened because. To me, it's common knowledge.
Right.
You know, and to like my circle of friends, it's common knowledge. So,
correct.
You know, the fact that it's, you know, out there now and, you know, even more. Talk to me about social media with you because since the, you know, there's been rumors since you dropped off the face of the earth, since you signed that piece of paper that said if you say anything, you are liable for $5 million.
Right.
Which I had to sign as well.
Correct.
I had to sign that piece of paper.
I
actually took a picture of the contract where it said $5 million.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
No joke.
I don't know anything. See this picture right here? See what that says? That says $5 million. That means, no, I can't say anything. But since you fell off the face of the earth, but then it was confirmed that you were on.
Right.
And
they allowed me to say, you know, I auditioned.
Right.
That was all I could say.
And that was it.
I auditioned, tune in September 23rd.
Right. And from the beginning, since the season premiere, from then until now, I'm surprised like your battery hasn't died yet just this morning. I mean, the amount of Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that has got to be incredible.
It's unbelievable. I took a screenshot on my phone. I'm going to probably throw it up on Instagram. But last night, this was at 2:32 in the morning.
Okay.
I had 1,041 Facebook notifications.
I'm sorry, how many?
1,041. My phone died even before I aired last night, so I couldn't even look at my phone. 196 text messages and 139 emails.
That is incredible.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was at 100% before I came here today. I'm at 14% right now. That's how much my phone is refreshing still right now.
All right. Do you want me to plug you in, bro? Because I have a cord. Do you have a 4? Do you have iPhone what? You have a 4 or 4S?
5.
I don't have a 5.
I know.
Yeah.
Give it the times.
No,
hashtag the other guy would be, you know, the guy to talk to.
Hashtag the other guy is getting me an Apple TV remote today. That's because I keep losing mine. So.
I love hashtag the other guy. He's the best.
And I actually had a conversation with him. We're talking about Justin. Watching you go through this process, rewarding but still tough at the same time, because you guys rode the road together and traveled to colleges. He's been nothing but supportive.
Oh my God,
going through this.
Well, you have to understand too. Like, I used to follow Showtime around before I even joined the band. You know?
See, most people don't know that.
No, I followed them around for like 5 years. You know what I mean? Justin Smithson is the reason why I started playing guitar, why I started singing.
Really?
He is my #1 idol. I swear to God. Justin is, if anybody could ever ask, like, people ask me all along this road here, you know, who's your #1, who's your idol? It's Justin Smithson. I mean, that's my brother, man. He's just been so supportive, and it's nice to be like, Jay, look what you did. You know what I mean? I'm like, because really, that's what he did. You know what I mean? Like, he's my #1 inspiration.
Big sexy Shawn Smith, The Voice, Mondays and Tuesdays on NBC. Make sure you follow him on Twitter, and make sure you use hashtag Team Big Sexy. Hashtag Team Big Sexy. Sure, you had a handful of shirts at the beginning of the night last night.
Yeah, for about 20 minutes.
For about 20 minutes.
Thank you, Kristen.
So, what's going to end up happening? AMP Howard, we're going to need some more. But there's going to be another fresh lot, and if you come to any Poor Tim and Showtime shows, you'll be able to pick them up there. So, let's get back to the process. Okay. Last we left off with you, California, March. You auditioned. The next day, you got the phone call.
All right.
So that happened in March. Then what? What happened at that point? Was it lots of downtime?
Well, no. Then after that, you had to go through like all these like psych evaluations, and it was.
Are you serious?
I swear. I ended up having to go through 3.
And you made it through?
I know.
You passed?
Well, I had to go through 3, but I made it. But no, they were. I literally. There was a deadline. I can't remember what the date was, but there was a deadline actually to be in California for the blinds for the season to start taping it.
Right.
and I still wasn't cleared by the psych eval because of Iraq and post-traumatic stress, and so it's a very, very sensitive subject, obviously.
Sure.
So I literally had to go through 3 different ones. I ended up having to drive to New Jersey to meet with one.
Wow.
Okay, so literally I was playing a show in Oneida at Papa Top, and I literally had a phone conference with 2 different psychiatrists and the NBC guy. And literally the day before that's when I got cleared to know.
So what was the conversation? Was it a thing where is he going to be able to handle it? Is that why they do that kind of stuff?
That's what it is. Yeah, okay. It's just the stress of TV, and taping, and it's a lot of hurry up and wait. And I'm like, if anybody's ever been in the military, everything's hurry up and wait.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And especially with TV, and just like exposure to media. They're just worried about different outlets, like gun control people or military, all that stuff like that. But I got through, thank God. And after that, it was just I don't know. It's just been this musical high that I've been on ever since, man.
All right, so the reason you weren't at Saranac Thursday for Showtime's week for Saranac Thursday was because that's when you taped. Is that correct?
Correct. Actually, Saranac Thursday when Showtime played that Friday, I actually did my blind audition.
No kidding.
Yeah, the next day.
So, what's it like there? Like, talk to me about the backstage stuff. When you get there, what's it like?
It's a big sound studio. That's all it is. Sony and Universal just have little sound stages set up, and I don't when I was sitting there walking before we went up for the dress rehearsal. I'm like, oh my God, I'm waking nervous, butterflies. I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be crazy. I walk in there. It was the tiniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
It only sat 200 people.
Okay.
All right. You got to think, though. I played Saranac for, 2,000 people, 2,500 people.
Right.
So literally, I get on stage. I'm kind of looking around going, I got this, man. Yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, this is a show at Celtic Harbor. You know what I mean? So it's just I don't know. I felt real comfortable. And, as a working musician, how long I've been doing it, playing with that band, the NBC band, which was, just amazing experience. It was just, I don't know, I was so comfortable. I was at home. You know what I mean? It wasn't.
Now, when you went on stage for your blind audition, did you know the circumstances that all the other teams were full and everyone was just waiting on CeeLo and that was it? Or what?
I had no idea.
So you were just going up hoping for all 4 to turn around.
Yeah, well,
that's what you were hoping for.
Yeah, that was a weird. I watched. I can't remember who the girl was before me, but she didn't get any chairs. So I'm like, all right. So I got to watch that in the the teleprompter behind it. So then when I went out and then CeeLo turned, it was great. I literally forgot what happened, but I do remember waiting at one certain point, going, man, why isn't anybody else turning around? You know what I mean? Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, Blake.
I'm killing this right now. Come on.
But then they told me on stage, and that was the reaction that they, I guess,
they got the true reaction.
That's what it was. I'm literally I'm sorry, wait, what? I closed the blinds. Oh my God! And I just lost it after that.
Big Sexy Shawn Smith in studio, The Voice, Mondays and Tuesdays on NBC. Follow him on Twitter at Shawn Big Sexy, and Facebook and all that. I mean, your Facebook might as well just explode at this point. It's all right. So at this point, you're on Team Cee Lo.
All right.
Now what?
Battles.
Okay. For people who don't watch the show, they may not know what that is.
All right. Battle rounds is where what CeeLo will do is he'll pair me up with somebody else on the team, and we'll do kind of like a duet.
Okay.
And we'll just kind of switch back and forth on the song.
Okay. And so the two of you go back and forth doing the same song at the same time.
Correct.
And
then CeeLo will have to pick between us two which one he wants out of the battle.
Who stays and who
goes or
home.
Possibly could be stolen also by another judge too.
All right. So there's wrinkles. And,
correct.
And
there's all these little twists and turns and
at this point we have no idea when that's going to happen.
Correct.
And hopefully it'll happen sooner than later because Lord knows the 3 weeks waiting for a blind audition was torture, kid.
Oh, man. I
can't
so
even imagine what it was like to be you.
I felt so bad. And it's just, everybody's like, when is it? Why did you go on? I'm just like, tune in.
It's the $5 million thing. All right, so talk to me about today. Like, everything happened, last night, da-da-da-da-da. I got an email from your publicist.
Oh, God. Yeah. I want to hear this. No, I don't want to go any far. I want to hear this.
No, because here's the thing. I got an email from your publicist,
right,
who I had reached out to beforehand to set up today.
Correct.
Because everything has to get cleared by NBC at this point,
correct,
right?
Correct.
So, you have a conference call later today with everybody else
on Team Cee Lo, yeah.
So that's going to be awesome.
That's crazy. It's so crazy. There's going to be like 40-something like different media outlets on it. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
right, so
I'm from Boonville.
Yeah,
I'm from Boonville, New York, baby. I'm going Hollywood. I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
so here's the email. All right. Hello. Last night, on the last night of the blind audition, season 5 of The Voice, Shawn Smith from Utica, New York, made it through the first round of blind audition, secured a spot on Team Cee Lo by singing "Chicken Fried" by Zach Brown Band. I'll be setting interviews for Shawn. Please let me know. Blah 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 blah. Then it tells me about the conference call, which is happening later today. See some more info about Shawn and The Voice are below. Do you want to hear the little blurb they're giving everybody about you?
Oh,
here's the blurb. Shawn Smith, Team Cee Lo, Utica, New York. Shawn often goes by his nickname, Big Sexy. But during his 9 years in the Army, he was simply known as Sergeant Smith. Shawn would often play guitar for the troops to boost morale. In 2007, an IED explosion caused him to lose 70% of his hearing in his right ear. Despite this, Shawn has kept his musical dreams alive and is excited for the opportunity to perform on The Voice. Follow Shawn on Twitter at Shawn Big Sexy. That's the blurb.
Okay.
So expect a lot of that military questioning and big sexy questioning and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Coolest tweet of the night was Blake Shelton.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
He was
Are you kidding me?
He wants the belt buckle.
I'm buying him one. I swear. I'm buying one. I will buy that man anything he wants. That was so cool, man.
Dude, number one, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Everything's, what you've been able to do with the situation and, what you've been able to make of it is awesome. I think it's cool that Central New York really has rallied around you.
Oh, man.
I'm getting goosebumps just saying
I
it.
know, me too.
But last night at the viewing party at Shots absolutely showed, just doesn't matter anything. It was all about supporting local and supporting you and seeing a local guy do good. And it was just so cool to kind of be a part of.
I don't know. It's so hard to explain. You know what I mean? Because it's not really anything you could put into words. It's just a feeling. It's just that electric. It's electric. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's just everybody in the area. Social media wise, personally, you of all people, I have you to thank also, you've done everything you possibly could for me. You know what I mean? And I love you to death for it, man. I really do. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
I really do.
You made me cry. Dude, I was crying last
so
night.
Was I, dude.
I'm watching you. Seriously, you're singing, and I got tears coming down my face. I'm like, hit the damn button. I know you hit the button. For crying out loud.
I know, man.
And finally, you hit it. The place went nuts, and I'm blatting like a little baby. And
everywhere I turn, I'm crying. I got my cousin Kristen and John out here, and
I'm crying.
Goth, everybody. Oh man, family coming in and just. Kristen, I don't even think you even watched the thing. You were just holding my hand and looking at me the entire time. You were just staring at me, and it was just.
It had to have been cool to not only share that, with family, but like your mom. I know. How is she holding up?
She's doing great, man. She's on top of the world, man. She's like, it's my baby boy. She's so proud of it. It's cool.
Favorite outside of last night. Last question. Favorite part of the experience thus far?
Honestly, I thought it was, that button hitting, that sound, you know what I mean? But honestly, my favorite part of this whole thing was last night, dude.
Yeah.
it was unbelievable. I don't know. It's tough though. I don't know. I love Utica. I love Central New York.
The best way to everybody. If you weren't there and you want to get a feel for it, if you go to my Facebook page, go to facebook.com/Big Poppa CNY. Our friend Jen Kunkel took a video of your segment from Shots last night. So she's just standing near the bar and just rolling and, kind of going back and forth. Oh, so you hear the pops, like they talk in wrestling, when some music hit, the crowd goes wild. Right. They call it a pop.
Yeah.
You hear like 4 or 5 different pops during your segment. And it really does. And just talking about it is giving me goosebumps. So definitely go and check that out. And we will be having more viewing parties at Shots as it progresses. So up next is the battle round, and it got announced last night that Miguel is going to be helping CeeLo with the mentoring and whatnot. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, Gary.
Proud of you, kid.
Thank you, brother.
All right, we're going to break, come back. Big Sexy Shawn Smith, The Voice on NBC.
That's crazy. That's so weird. That's so weird. Still so weird.
All right, we're going to break, come back. Big Poppa in the morning, Kiss FM.